Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Crossroads Caravan. Scavenger Scout here, and we're going to be playing some more Fallout 76. Let's do this, shall we? We learn about inoculation project is what we are doing. Yes, inoculation project announcement. As you all know, Dr. Hudson has been continuing her research in the lab at ARV Medical. Well, she just reported in to let us know that she's made a significant breakthrough, and it looks like an inoculation against the Scorched Plague could become a reality. It's let's all keep our fingers crossed and make sure to do everything we can to help Claire complete her work. Our very survival depends on it. Um, Jeff Nakamura, Scorch Research, Introduction. Those of us struggling to survive in the post-war world face countless threats. The search for safe and suitable sources of food and water would be enough to challenge anyone, but the strange mutated creatures appearing through the region greatly increase the danger of day-to-day life. None of these threats, however, compare to the Scorched. To better understand these monsters of the wasteland, I've spent time observing them and gathering information from those individuals lucky enough to survive first-hand encounters with the Scorched. Fair enough. There is still far more questions than answers, but I believe I've made progress in understanding these enigmatic and fearsome creatures. Detail on specific subjects follow. Scorched Beast. Scorched Beast. The name conjures terrifying images of huge mutated bats that poison the ground and warp living creatures into deadly thralls. We first learned about Scorched Beasts from the Brotherhood of Steel. Those soldiers encountered the creature to the southeast. At first, nobody believed that what they were what they were describing could be real. We thought it was just bullshit story giving the Brotherhood an excuse to commandeer our ammo and supplies. We were wrong. I'll never forget the first time I saw one of those monstrosities. Black wings against blood red sunset. Talk about reality check. We know far too little about these creatures, but do we do know they aren't strictly nocturnal. They're also seen quite yeah, equally willing to move along or in small groups. And they are highly aggressive. Worse than that, they're dangerous radioactive, which I believe is an important clue about their origin. If we ever get a hold of one for study, I think we could learn a lot about them. Fortunately, being anywhere close to the Scorched Beast is near certain death sentence, and not just because of the radiation. We'll cover more in the next entry. Scorched Plague. I'd love to give a detailed explanation of what the Scorched Plague is and how it works, but right now, we know so little. It just wouldn't be possible, frankly. It's damned frustrating. What we do know is that the living creature that come into contact with the Scorched Beast sometimes begin to mutate. The victim's skin turns dark, almost black, with the smell of ash. Some kind of biochemical process takes hold at this point. Lesions that burn with intense heat begin to form on the victim's body. The affected creature appears to be covered in smoldering embers. In the case of humans, higher mental function eventually disappears, replaced by extreme, almost animalistic aggression. We call the creatures that are transformed in this way Scorched. The Scorched are bright red, and they describe them to be like charred. They look more flayed than crispy. Anyway, needless to say, watching a friend or loved one go through the process of both horrifying and heartbreaking. Worse, there's almost nothing we can do about it. Sorry. I say almost because we've been able to gather enough information about the Scorched Plague that we might be able to develop a vaccine against it. That's a huge maybe. But we recently found some equipment at the ARV Medical Center that's in pretty good shape. With the right facilities and a steady supply of Scorched to study, we might just find a way to counter this terrible or possible or possibly even reverse it. Only in time will tell. Anti-Scorch tactics. I hope by now that I've made one point crystal clear. Scorched are lethal. They are nothing less than an existential threat. If we cannot find a way to defeat them, or at the very least contain them, there is no reason to think they won't spread far and wide, transforming or destroying everything in their path. We don't know nearly enough about the Scorched to develop real tactics. What we know so far mostly amounts to common sense approaches for dealing with a deadly predator. I'll summarize those points below. If you're unfortunate enough to encounter a Scorched beast, likely because it has decided to hunt you, do everything in your power to keep away from it. If you've got a gun, you can find an enclosed space to fire from. That's ideal. Scorched beasts are too big to fit into small spaces. Remember that scorched beasts emit a strong radiation that coupled with their powerful bite should compel you to keep your distance at all costs. If you've got no other choice, you should at least consider using some Rad-X before engaging the creature at close range. Scorched humans are savage and deadly. While their ability to speak is limited, don't think they're mindless. They remain enough intelligence and memory to use guns and other weapons, and they're hostile to just about everything they perceive as a potential threat. Fight the Scorched as you would a raider. I'll bet one with a deadly plague. A vital importance is keeping your distance to minimize the risk of infection. Stay in cover when you can, but give in ground when you need to. Do not let them get close. I know that's not too much to go on. There's still so much we don't know about these creatures. Hopefully, it'll help at least a little. This concludes my report. Alright. Oops, there's a message in there. Massages? Has anyone seen Larry Pickerman? Please keep an eye out for Larry Pickerman. He's been missing for a couple days. If you haven't met him, he's about 6 feet tall, brown hair, green eyes, age is about mid-50s. He came in with the last big group of refugees. You might remember him as the electrician who decided to do some unsolicited work on our main computer. I'm sure he meant well, but we had to have him escorted out of the command center. Anyway, hopefully he's okay. He borrowed my only screwdriver and I really need it back. So if you see him, send him my way, please. That's awesome. Jeff Nakamura. Dealing with the Brotherhood. I've been a member of the responders almost from the start, like all of you. I've put my life on the line to save the lives of others, more times than I can remember. Our mission is important. That's why we can't let the Brotherhood of Steel push us around. Of course we'll help anyone where we can, but you all know that our resources are limited, and Brotherhood's been making increased demands for resources and supplies in the name of holding back the Scorched. Well, the Scorched aren't the only threat around here, and the responders aren't looking to fight a war. We're healers. We're teachers. We're not soldiers. When the Brotherhood comes asking for ammo, your stim packs or water, whatever it is, think carefully. Someone out there might need those supplies to survive. If they ask you to join their ranks because you've got skills they can use, remember that we need those skills just as much, maybe more. We don't have the benefit of power armor and heavy weapons. All we've got is training, knowledge, and courage, but that's been enough so far, and I hope we can keep it that way. I'm not saying the Brotherhood of Steel is our enemy. We're on the same side, but lately we're not really friends either. All I'm asking is that you stay focused on the mission. Our mission, no matter what they might ask of you. Chavez. Announcement. Rachel Price. Some sad news to share, everyone. Some of you might have heard about Rachel already, but for those of you who don't know, she said goodbye to the responders and joined the Brotherhood of Steel to work as a combat medic. We'll all miss her and we'll wish her the best. In the meantime, the few medics we have are working around the clock. We'll be starting the medical training program up again to help fill the gaps. Please volunteer if you can to spare the time, Chavez. Wow. So the Brotherhood fucked him over too. God, I hate the Brotherhood. Another psychopath. Another hand. That's a head and a foot. Alright. So where do I go now? Oh, okay. Just gotta do some advanced training. Hello. I'm gonna scrap some shit first, because we're fat and sassy. Boy. Pump action. Hey, we got sunglasses. I don't think we can wear those with what I have right now. Short laser. Stabilize automatic. Somerset special, huh? 44 with armor penetration. I don't really use pistols in this game because the gunslinger doesn't work in an MMO. Somebody's out there. Welcome, volunteer. We've set up this terminal as our source for volunteers who've covered the basics to continue training. If this interests you, please check below to see what advanced trainings are available. Perks of growing your skills set includes extra ration tickets, the ability to help others and yourself, free supplies last. Building camps. If volunteers are able to construct portable camps for incoming survivors, then responders are free to focus on their urgent medical needs. Responder Miguel Caldera provides new volunteers with materials used to fortify camps as well as additional safety tips. Report to his campsite outside the airport for supplies and hands-on training. Alright. Miguel. Fuck am I going now? What? There's no what? Study Dr. Hudson's research? Oh shit. The Scorched respawn? Let's open this gate here. Fuck. We good? Yeah, we're good. Do I have Dr. Hudson's research in my... Nothing in there. Bunch of overseer shit. Volunteer Camp Training 101.
Responder Survivors Volunteer Program. Advanced Training. Camping. By Miguel Caldera. Robot Programmer Extraordinaire. Part 1. Finding the perfect camping location. Now that the world has changed, it's hard to stay.
Attention,
What the
citizens.
fuck?
Nuclear strike imminent.
Give me my fucking
Responder
holotape,
Survivors
please.
Volunteer
Exit the
Program.
area at
Advanced
your
Training.
earliest convenience.
Camping. By Miguel Caldera.
Thank you
Robot
for your
Programmer
cooperation.
Extraordinaire. Part 1. Finding the perfect camping location. Now that the world has changed, it's hard to stay safe. Used to be that camping was safe as houses. Well, until there was a strong wind, right? These days, nothing is really safe. Even in your camp, someone might hurt you. The perfect spot doesn't matter now. It's all about your defenses. You can build near people you trust who will watch your back, or build things that will watch your back for you. No problem. Anyone can do it. Remember, camps are mobile. We're all explorers now, camping in a strange land full of adventure, wonder, and danger. So, camp often and rest a lot. Before the war, I was going to retire and go camping. Now I can do it every day. Forever. It's a dream come true. You know, do what you love, right? Now come to my camp, and I can show you some knots and framing techniques. Then, I'll direct you onto some helpful supplies. Good luck, volunteer.
Alright, I'm going back to the train station so we can sell some shit first. Alright. Catch my breath. Some of my energy back. My AP. Fuck up there. Alright. So, for now, y'all have a good morning, good evening, or good night. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. It always means the world to me. And as always, it's been Scavenger Scout. We are signing out.